Today we're talking about estimating simple products and quotients. Anytime we estimate, remember we're going to round, then solve for the most part. Today as we're talking about products and quotients, that means products. Answers to multiplication problems. Quotients, that means answers to division problems. Estimating means we're going to get close answers but not exact answers. We go with the idea that we round, then solve, and it's going to make things a lot simpler. So if I'm going to look at these three multiplication problems, and I'm going to find their estimated products, close answers, not exact, I'm going to look at them and I'm going to say, I need to round first. So look at our first one. 242 times 2. Well, I'm going to have to ask myself when I'm rounding, is 242 closer to 200 or closer to 300? Well, thinking back to my rule, 5 to the sky, 4 and below, let it go. That 4 here in the tens place tells me that 242 is definitely closer to 200 than to 300. So my approximate or estimated answer here would be about 400. 134 times 5. Again, I ask myself, is 134 closer to 100 or closer to 200? Remember my rule, 5 to the sky, 4 and below, let it go. That 3 in the tens place tells me it's closer to 100. So I have 100 times 5. My estimated answer then is about 500. 471 times 2. Think back to the rule, 471. Well, my 7 here in the tens place tells me it's going to be closer to 500 than to 400. So I'm going to have 500 times 2. 500 times 2, well, that's 1,000. So my estimated answer is 1,000. The same idea can be done with these division problems. I have 242 divided by 4, 134 divided by 5, and 471 divided by 2. Keeping along the same lines, I'm thinking, is it closer to 200 or closer to 300? 5 to the sky, 4 and below, let it go. My 4 here tells me this is closer to 200. So I have approximately, or just about, 200 divided by 4. Well, 200 divided by 4 is going to give me an estimated answer of 50. 134 divided by 5, I think to myself again, is it closer to 100 or is it closer to 200? That 3 in the tens place tells me it's closer to 100. So 100 divided by 5. So my estimated answer of 134 divided by 5 is going to be about 20. And when I look at 471 divided by 2, that 7 in the tens place tells me this is closer to 500 than to 400. So I would have 500 divided by 2. My estimated answer, 470 divided by 2, is going to be about 250. Most of the time when we estimate, we're using the idea of rounding, then solving to find the product or the quotient. Another way that we can sometimes estimate quotients in particular is through using compatible numbers or related facts. Sometimes we get a number that we're trying to divide and there's just nothing really around it easy that we can divide mentally. The idea of using compatible numbers or related facts is different than rounding because instead of rounding to the nearest 10 or 100, what we're going to do here is we're going to look at, what's a number close to the number I want to divide that's easy to divide by the one I'm dividing by. So let's take a look at these three examples. I have 156 divided by 3. Now if I rounded this to the nearest 10, it would be 160 divided by 3. And boy, that's still not real easy to divide mentally. If I rounded to the nearest 100, 200 divided by 3 isn't real easy to do either. So here I like this idea of using compatible numbers. I have to think about in my head, what's a math fact that I know that I can do this by? Well, I can look here at the first digits. 1, 5. Well, 3 times 5 is 15, so I would think that 150 divided by 3 is going to be really close to 156 divided by 3. 150 divided by 3, well, 15 divided by 3 is 5, so 150 divided by 3 is going to be 50. So my estimated answer, 156 divided by 3, is going to be about 50. Let's take a look at another one. 413 divided by 7. Well, if I rounded this to the nearest 10, that'd be 410 divided by 7. Well, that doesn't divide well in my head easily. If I round to the nearest 100, I get 400 divided by 7. That still doesn't round easily in my head. But if I look at these first couple digits, in the tens place and the hundreds place, I see 4 and 1. Well, if I do my sevens math facts, oh, wait, 7 times 6 is 42, so this is going to be close to 420 divided by 7. 42 divided by 7 I know is 6. So 420 divided by 7 will have to be 60. It's not rounded, because that's definitely 413 to 420 is not to the nearest 10, but it's a related math fact that is close to it that's easy for me to do in my head. Last one we have to look at, 131 divided by 6. Again, if I round it to the nearest 10, 130 divided by 6 is not easy to do in my head. And if I round it to the nearest 100 divided by 6 doesn't work out very well either. So I start thinking, counting by 6s, 6, 12, 13, those first two digits here are close to 12, so let's say that this is close to 120 divided by 6. 120 divided by 6, well, that would be 20. So my estimated answer for 131 divided by 6 is going to be about 20. It's just another way of estimating a simple quotient. We do this mostly with division. Think about these compatible numbers. I'm thinking about a number that's close to it, that's easy to divide in my head.